and welcome to Mama Ruth's house. I am so glad you joined me today. Today, we're going to be making 2-ingredient bagels, and I'm going to be making jalapeno fat-free cheese bagels, cinnamon raisin bagels, and everything but the bagels with seasoning bagels. Um, these are actually three ingredients because we do add salt, but they're called 2-ingredient. But just to be correct, they're really 3-ingredient. With that being said, I hope everyone is enjoying their day. And I, as of yesterday, which was, I don't know what day, because I don't know what day it is. It was a Saturday. I am down 38.6 pounds and eating bagels and all of these things that I've been making. And I'm so excited that you're here with me on my journey. You're following me and supporting me. And I'm just hoping that I can inspire some of you to cook a little bit healthier, possibly, and see that everything is really yummy, even though it's healthier for you. So with all that being said, let's get to cooking. So this is 1.5 cups of self-rising flour. Make sure it's self-rising, not all-purpose, but self-rising. So it's 1.5 cups of self-rising flour, 1 cup of not fat-free Greek yogurt. You're thinking, wow, that doesn't sound good, but it is delicious. This recipe I was very reluctant to try, and now this is the 3rd time I've made it, and it is delicious every time. And then I add about 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt. You can omit salt, or if you're on a low sodium diet, but I like it a little bit better with sodium, and we're not restricted here in this household right now. So we're just going to mix that up, and we're just going to mix it for a bit here, and then we're going to put it on our board. I went out to water my little garden this morning, and I found that I have 1 tomato on there. I'm so excited. I'll be showing you the garden pretty soon. I'm going to do a little video on it. I usually just do this for just a little bit, and then I just go in with my hands. I have some extra flour over here. If it gets sticky or I need to flour my board, then I just put that on there. So I'm going to flour my hands a little bit. Well, actually, I could use this. I'm going to take this off of my spoon. You're going to see how easy these come together. After we mix it, we're going to let it rest for about 5 minutes. I'm going to mix it in the bowl a little bit, and then I'll pour it out onto my table. I'm so excited for you to see these when they're done. They're so good. Like I said, I was so skeptical. I don't know why to try this recipe. I just thought it just did not sound good to me, but it is delicious. My husband likes it. Everyone that I've given some to, they love it. You just have to knead it just for a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and turn it out onto my board here and just give it a little couple of quick kneads. You don't have to knead it too long, just a little bit. Just till it's kind of, it's come together for you. Looks like you guys can see that okay, I hope. I don't think I'm going to need that extra flour. Doesn't look like it to me. Sometimes I try the recipes before I show you, and sometimes I don't. This one I did try it, and it was delicious. I think because I was so skeptical on how it was going to be, I didn't want to put it out there and it not taste good. But it is good. And you're going to see how easy it is to make these bagels. All right, I'm going to put a little tea towel over the top and let it rest for about 5 minutes. I'm going to make it kind of even because we're going to cut it into 6 even. When we get ready, we're going to cut it into 6 even portions. So I'm just making it like that so I can cut it. Put my little towel over the top. All right, we're going to let it rest, and then we're going to come back and make our bagels. All right, we're back. It's been about 5 minutes. You can see how it rises a little bit. So we are going to cut this into 6 equal parts. And so how I'm going to do that, I'm going to cut it in half. And just do this the best you can. And then I'm going to cut these in thirds. So we'll just see what we can come up with. And do the best you can, like I said. And if it's not exact, it's not going to be the end of the world. It's okay. And we can always take some from one of them and add it to the other one if it feels. And you can tell, like this one feels a little bit less, so I'm going to add some to it. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to stick it over here for just a moment because I want to wipe this off. I don't want all this stuff on my... Yeah, this one's a little bit bigger, so we'll kind of see. So I'm just going to do that. I'm going to wipe all this off, and then we'll go from there. All right. So I can already tell this one's light, so I'm going to add whichever one I think is a little bit more. Just kind of, do the best you can. It's not going to be perfect. You can make it perfect if you weighed them, but we're not going to do that. All right, so while those are rising, I went ahead and cut up some of my ingredients that I want to add to them. And personally, I like to incorporate the ingredients within the bagel. I don't just like it on top. So I am going to... So I have a prepared pan. It is, I just put a little mat in there. I'm going to spray some canola spray on it. So we have it looking like that. It'll be ready when we put our bagels on there. So for I'm going to put my raisin bagels. So now we're going to mix them together anyway, and then we can half it. I'm just going to put the dough in the bowl, and I'm going to add, I started with a half a cup. I don't know if that's too many, but we'll see. How many is too many, right? And then we're going to put a teaspoon. I'm going to wait. I'm only put a half a teaspoon for now and see if I need a whole teaspoon, and then I'll adjust the recipe accordingly. We'll see how it looks. I just dumped some in there the last 2 times I made it, so I wasn't exactly sure. And then this I'm using is the Truvia sugar, so it's 0 points. I'll probably put the whole sugar in there. So a teaspoon of sugar, of the sugar. And then we're going to put the just going to mix it together here. And then, yeah, I don't know, maybe a little bit more cinnamon. So maybe like 3/4 of a spoon of cinnamon is what we'll put. You can, however you like it is how you can do it. So it's really not, it's up to you. So all I'm doing is just kind of kneading it in there, and you can choose to just add it to the top or mix it throughout. I really like it mixed throughout, like I said before. All right, so I'm going to cut this in half. And then I'll show you what we're going to do. I'm going to kind of roll it into a disc kind of thing. We're going to poke a hole in the middle and make it like a donut. And then we'll just put that on our pan, our baking sheet, and we're going to do the same thing to this one. They raise just a little bit in the baking, but not too much. So they're going to look like this on your sheet. Now I'm going to get rid of this bowl, and I got another bowl for all jalapeno ones. For the jalapeno cheddar ones, I'm using half a cup of fat-free cheese. And again, I like to mix it throughout, but you can do however you want. And then I used, I diced up really tiny some jalapenos. Just I have one small one that I'm using for this recipe. And I'm just going to mix that throughout. And if you like less jalapenos, you like less cheese, it's fine. The raisin bagels are 5 points each. The jalapeno bagels are 4 points each with the fat-free cheese, and the everything but the bagel seasoned ones are 3 points each. So it just, like I said, it depends on what you like. And how you want to make them. There's a lot of different varieties you can do with these. It's just a really nice recipe to do as many, whatever kind you want. All right, so I'm going to just do the same thing. We make kind of a disc, and then we're just going to make it like that, like a little donut, just like that. And then we're going to put them on our pan, and I am choosing to put some sliced jalapenos on the top. And I'll show you how that looks in just a moment. We're going to do the same thing to this one. Just make it a little disc. Put the hole in the middle. Kind of round it out just like a little donut. Put that over here. Add some sliced jalapeños. I just kind of push them down in there just a teeny bit. I'll show you how that looks. They look just like that. All right, now I'm going to wash my hands because I don't want jalapenos on my regular ones. And then I put my everything but bagel seasoning in a little plate, saucer, and I'm just going to take my bagel, do the same thing, make it a round disc, and then poke a hole in the middle and make it like a donut. And they don't have to be perfect. And then I'm just going to press that into the everything but bagel seasoning. So it looks like that. Put those on our pan. Do the same thing to this one. So this recipe makes 6. Like I said, these are 3 points for these, 4 points for the jalapeno ones, and then 5 points for the raisin ones. And you can make the raisin ones with less raisin, and it will help the points if you want to make it a little less points. Now, I ate these at work without anything. I did not put any cream cheese, but you can certainly add the non-fat or the fat-free cream cheese, which I'm yet to find. And I know they have it somewhere. I just am not able to find it. All right. So it looks like that. We're going to put that on here. I'm going to take our pan and we're just going to spray the tops of these a little bit with the cooking spray, just lightly. And we're going to pop them in the oven for 15 to 20 minutes. And when these are done, I will bring you back and we will test them. All right, the bagels have been in for 19 minutes. They look amazing. They look amazing and they smell delicious. I wish you guys had smell-o-vision. I say that all the time. I'll leave them here for just a minute or two, and then we'll test them. They look yummy. I like them all, but I think my favorite personally is the cheddar jalapeno. I'm leaving you down for just a few minutes till we get these cooled. I'm going to put this one on my plate and get it cooling. My husband likes the cinnamon raisin. You can see how cute they are. They look delicious. You can serve them warm. I've warmed them up in the microwave and they're delicious. Let me put you back up so we can test this. It's a little bit hot, so we'll see what I might not be able to eat it yet. You can see how delicious they are on the inside. Mm. Mm. Super yummy. I'm going to have this one for my breakfast. With that being said, I want to thank you for joining me today, and I hope you enjoy this recipe as much as we do. And thank you again. And until next time, have a fantastic day. Thanks again.